Morning, students. So I hope that you can clearly hear me. Can you hear me? Yes. So today we have taken for our SCPW, we have taken the topic stress management. Okay. So since we don't have any prescribed textbooks, so we'll be taking some topics. Sometimes it may be about community service, which we are doing. Okay, and other topics also we can discuss in the SCPW class. So you can also suggest if you prefer certain topics, you can also suggest to me. We will discuss on those topics. Okay. So today we'll be just this is only just a sharing of the ideas. It is not a great scholarly kind of lecture. Okay. So since we are taking the topic stress management, so what will we discuss under this? So we just talked about our problems. We also discuss about our daily problems, our stress, okay, our worries, our anxieties. So everybody, whether a child, a student, or a grown-up man, an old man, whoever he or she is, he will have problems and worries, anxieties. But it is in which extreme you are that matters. See, if you are a person who is not bothered about so many worries, tensions in life, okay, you may be a person of that sort. You are not worried about any problems, okay, and difficulties. Even if they are there, you are not worried about that. You can go smoothly in your life. Okay, that is one way of looking at life. Some people do that. The other kind of people, different types of people, or many people, they are looking at life very differently. They are taking everything very seriously. So they are always very anxious and very stressful about each and everything in life. So you know that there are types of people. One type is, we call them either extrovert or introvert. No, there are extroverts or introverts you can find. You understand what is the meaning of extrovert and introvert also. So extroverts are people who are so social, who want to talk to everybody, who want to interfere in the matters, sometimes even negatively. Okay, we don't mean them negatively, but even to that extent they can go. Okay, they are extroverts. So we know that politicians and people like, so they are all extroverts. Okay, usually their nature is extroverts. An introvert is a person who doesn't interfere in others' matters at all, who is always occupied with oneself. But we don't find, usually, in general, we don't find anybody as introvert or extrovert, because most of us come in the category of having the elements of both. Okay, we are introverts and extroverts. We are talking about the general or majority. Okay, we come in between. We have the characteristics of introverts. So we want to be okay in our searching ourselves. We want to be alone. We want to meditate. We want to think. So we want to do things of ours. We don't want to interfere in the matters of others. So people who do experiments, philosophers, scientists, okay, such people have more this introverts character. But I told you that most of us are not coming in either category strictly, because we have introverts and extroverts characters. But if a person is having the qualities in the extreme level, then we call him either introvert or extrovert. But majority of us, most of us are coming in between. Similarly, about stress, anxiety, there are people who are always carried away by such kind of thoughts, negative thoughts, stress, okay, anxiety. There can be many reasons for having anxiety in life. Different reasons can be there. Okay, now since you don't have exam, okay, that also can become a cause for anxiety in this corona situation. Okay, even though you people were always asking for maybe having exams, okay, many of you were no, you were not desiring having wanting to have exams, at least maybe in the essay writings and in discussions. Okay, majority of you did not like exams. That was the impression you used to give or share. But now there can be some people who are more worried because there are no exams at this time. We can find even students of that sort, okay, who study well, who want to score well, but there are no exams, so they are so much worried. Okay, even I have come across some students of that sort. Though it may be very few, or we don't know the exact number of such students who want to have exams. Okay, so there can be reason for anything and everything. So if you have exam, you are worried. So when you don't have exams, then also you may be worried. So there are many reasons, or there is no scarcity of reasons for being worried and anxious. Now, I just tell you one small story. So here, a psychology professor was taking class for the students. Okay, it was a kind of motivational class. Okay, for a particular group of students, and this psychology teacher, psychology professor, he was just roaming around the stage. Okay, and now he just got a glass with water in that. Okay, you want to prove something there, you want to say something. You know, psychology is not a positive science like physics or chemistry. You can't experiment things and prove it, but it's a social science. We call it a social science. Why do we call psychology a social science? Because we are dealing with the human beings, a human minds. So in the case of a particular experiment in science lab, the result may be in almost all the cases, it may be same. But when we experiment or when we deal with this, do things with human beings, the answers, the outcome need not be always same. Okay, that is why we consider psychology as a social science. Okay, not very exactly, which can be experimented in the laboratory. Okay, here the psychology professor, he took a glass of water and he was going to ask the question, the typical question that you expect. Maybe, I don't know whether you know it. So if a glass of water, a glass, half water in a glass, if that is lifted by a professor or a speaker, what may be the question he may be asking? Possibly, if you have read it, possibly the question may be whether the glass is half full or half empty. Okay, usually people ask such kind of questions. Okay, whether the glass is half empty or half full. So with regard to this, we will come back after this. So here the professor did not ask this question. Instead of that, he asked another question. So his question was, how heavy is this glass? So what is the weight of this glass? He held it. Okay, he took the glass in the hand and he held it. Okay, so he held it in the hand and he asked, what is the weight of this glass? There was water in the glass, and students shouting. He started to shout, okay, 100 gram, okay, 200 gram, 300 gram, maybe range from 100 to 500. Okay, they went on shouting the weight of the glass. But after that, professor told, okay, I am not that being concerned about the weight of the glass here. What I want to tell you is not about the weight of the glass. Okay, I want to tell you the weight of the glass depends on, okay, your attitude or your situation or your condition of a particular time. What does it mean? It means if you catch hold of the glass for a few minutes, you can easily catch it. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, you can easily catch it. It is very lightweight. There is no weight for that. But if you continue to catch that glass, hold that glass for 1 hour, there will be difficulty, there will be lack of easiness. If you are going to catch that, hold that for maybe half a day, what will happen? If you catch that glass in such a way, okay, continuously for 1 day, what will happen to your hand? Your hand can go numb. Okay, your hand will be aching, numb, even though it is very lightweight, not much having much weight, but still, so when you are carrying that for a long time, okay, it is going to give you ache, it is going to make your hand numb. The same thing can happen to stress. Okay, he was talking about stress management. So coming back to the topic, so the same way it is our stress, our problems, our difficulties, small problems. Okay, the reasons may be very small, but okay, you can dwell in this stress and problems maybe for some time or more time. Depends on that, your problems in life is going to be much more or less. If you are dwelling in that problem maybe only for 1 or 2 minutes, you have worries, reasons for worries. You think about that for 1 minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes or sometimes only. Then you come out of that, means it is very easy for you. No problem at all in your life. But if you are going to continue with that hours and days, okay, all these problems that give you stress and worry, if you are going to dwell in that several hours, several days, that is going to destroy you. As your hand gets numb, similar way, your mind goes wrong. Okay, so much worried, you are not able to do anything. Sometimes it can happen, and we see also. Okay, even in the classrooms, in the students' life also, we can see some students, rarely some. Okay, they are going to the extreme level of okay, maybe dwelling in worries and anxieties, not able to come out of these problems. Okay, so now what about the people who are dwelling in the problem for a few minutes but able to come out of that? That is a usual thing. So such kind of worries are a usual thing. So you can't tell that you can't have all these thoughts in your mind. That will be there. But if you are able to come out of that, dwelling or thinking or doing something else, so your cause for anxieties are no more there with you. You are able to go ahead. So sublimation. Okay, what is sublimation? When you have problems, solving that, not just thinking about that, but you are going to do something else. You are going to do something else. Okay, and you become very creative then. Okay, you are able to bring back your mind. Okay, very effectively you are able to do things. Okay, so there can be students or people who are always complaining about their worries and problems or the works they are given. No, sometimes you may be also doing that. Everybody does it, complaining about the work we are given. Even when we are having only ordinary works, we complain about that. Okay, here there is a story of a daughter who complained about her worries to her works, about her works to her mother. Okay, she told that I don't know how I can come out of my problems, my works. It gives me a lot of anxiety, tension. How can I complete all these works? Okay, how will I manage? Okay, she went on complaining about even a small work that was given. Okay, now the mother heard all these complaints for several days. Okay, and gave enough advices, but no amount of advice was enough for giving her any consolation, getting for the child, for the daughter. She did not receive any kind of consolation, or she was not stress free. Okay, even after getting all these advices. Now the mother took her to the kitchen, okay, and asked her to take some three pans, and asked her to fill the pans with water. Okay, and she did it. Daughter did it. She filled the pans with water, and she kept these pans. As she was asked by her mother, she kept these pans on the on the stoves. Okay, kept them there. Okay, and now the mother asked her to take potatoes, eggs, and ground coffee beans. Okay, what are those three things which were asked by the mother to take? Potatoes, eggs, and coffee beans. So now the water started boiling, and the mother told daughter to put them in each pan. In one pan, potatoes; in the other pan, coffee beans, and in the other one, eggs. Asked her to put them in the pans, okay, in which water was boiling. Okay, different pans, and they waited there for some times. Okay, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Okay, it was enough time, and now mother switched off. Okay, and they took out the pans from the stove. Okay, mother, the daughter was very tensed. She was asking the mother, why you are making me do this? What is the reason for this? What is the benefit of doing this? What do you want to tell me? Several questions were asked by the daughter. Okay, and now the mother asked her to take out these things. Okay, first it was potatoes. She asked the daughter, mother asked the daughter to take out the potatoes. Okay, and she took out the potatoes from the water, from the boiled water, and she asked her to look at it. Okay, it is potato only. So mother asked her to have a close look and touch it and see. Okay, as mother instructed, she touched it and she experienced that the potato that was hard, okay, rough and hard before, now the potato has become very soft. What did she understand? It has become very soft. Potato has become very soft. Now the other one was taken out. Eggs were pulled out from the pan, taken out from the pan, and the mother asked her to touch and experience that. Okay, she touched, and she asked her to break the shell of the egg. She broke the shell of the egg and saw that the egg that has become, the egg that is very watery, okay, very soft, it has become very hard. Now when she removed the shell, it has become harder. Before that it was not. It has become hard now. Okay. And now the third one was, she ladled with a spoon. She ladled the third one. Okay, third one was coffee beans. So now she had to, in the cup, she ladled, okay, this coffee beans with water, and the color has changed. Good, very good aroma. Okay, it has become very really tasty. Okay, and fragrant. Okay, aromatic coffee. Okay, and mother told her, you see the same pressure. The situation was same for each and everything of it here in the situation. The potatoes and potatoes, eggs and coffee beans, they were given the pressure. Water was getting boiled. They were in that. They were all in the same pressurized situation, conflicting or maybe the problem. Here it was water got boiled. Okay, they were in it. Same way we all have problems. Pressure is same, but different people show different kinds of results. Different people, as we have seen in the case of potato, eggs, and coffee beans, so they all produce different kinds of results. Okay, so mother advised her not to be a potato when you have problems. Don't be so weak. Okay, don't be so soft and weak. We are not taking the idea of soft positively but negatively. So becoming so weak, not able to do anything. Okay, so you may not have such kind of serious problems now, but for a student, for a child, even the smaller problems are considered to be bigger problems, at least for some people. Okay, so maybe later you will think that they were all very small, okay, little problems, but at that time, at this time, okay, this is the case with everybody. Okay, so maybe a small problem can be appearing so big. It seems to be so big. Even the people who commit suicide, even the grown-up people, okay, so later, if they escape from the attempt, they will understand that for which problem, for which difficulty they thought of committing suicide or ending their life. That problem was very small or mean or little. So it is the courage or is a positive outlook that will help us. If you are going to carry all this tension in our minds, so we are not going to have a maybe meaningful or hopeful life. All hope is lost. Okay, so don't feel that okay, why such kind of problems are discussed here because I don't have any problem. Okay, some may feel that. I don't know whether anybody is there without any problem. Okay, but there are many people, at least some people are there with problems, but problems are only problems. There is solutions for that. Because if there is a problem, there is solution. Okay, what is needed for us is not always complaining about our problems, but striving to find out solutions to the problems. Not running away from the problems. If you run away from a problem, what will happen? That problem is going to come after you, chase you always. It may be any problem, maybe small problems in life. Okay, if you are going to just get rid of that, some students do that. You know, when you are given a particular work to do, you just try to escape from that in some ways, manipulating in wrong ways. Okay, so in a negative way you try to escape from that, but that problem is going to come after you, okay, at another time, another way. So if you learn that, if you do that now, you learn that, it become very easy for you. Okay, so maybe we are getting many hours, we are spending so many hours in idle talk, in idle spending time. So what kind of satisfaction we get? Without aiming at something, if you are going after things, we are not going to get any satisfaction ultimately. The next moment you will feel that okay, I simply wasted my time, no satisfaction at all. Okay, but when you do things honestly, sincerely, okay, no, your mind will not, nobody will blame you, and not even your conscience. Your conscience also will not blame you. Okay, so there are, okay, first I was telling you about the first story. Even there is a point. The professor, what is a typical question that people ask lifting a glass of water? That sometimes you might have heard, or very common question. The glass of water, what do you see in the glass? Whether a glass, half filled glass or half empty glass. Usually most of us will say that the glass is half empty. That is a way of looking at life. That is a way of looking at things. So it means we are only seeing the negative side of things. We are prejudiced about everything. Okay, we are negative minded. That is our general nature. So it may be difficulty. It may be difficult, not very easy to come out of such kind of negative thoughts all the time. So this glass that is filled half, so there is half glass water. So they are the opportunities. We can say that there is in India there is no opportunity, or even after study there is no opportunity. Okay, in my situation there is no opportunity. Okay, you are going on thinking that way and worried about such kind of things. Okay, so but instead of that, what is the other viewpoint we can have? We can think that okay, at least there is half glass of water. Okay, half glass of water there is, we find some hope in that. Okay, some opportunities in that. Okay, maybe a country, a developing country like ours, in that we can think, if we are going after the negative, we are not going to make anything, we are not going to get anything. So what is better? Okay, even in this situation, it is better to be positive and see the opportunity there. Okay, okay, there are many other stories, but we are not going to more stories. Maybe with another one story we will wind up our class, today's class. Okay, if you suggest some topics which are relevant to us, okay, we can discuss that. Okay, you can also come in the next class. Okay, you can also, I will be asking whatever we discuss, I will be making you also become part of that. So you suggest some topics and be ready to discuss that. Okay. So running away from the problem, there are students who run away from problems. There are people who run away from the given situation, even the class. Okay, you have classes and timetable, but you are not ready to attend that. Okay, there are many people who think that any number of advice is not going to change me. I am not going to be guided by others. Okay, I am not going to be guided by others. Okay, they think that they are encyclopedias. I know everything. I don't want any advice. But my dear students, you will understand only when you have experience. Any knowledge that you have now, that is imperfect. That is so maybe little because you lack experience. Only experience will tell you or teach you things. Then only you will understand things really. So that is why we need to do things. We need to observe things. We need to do things. Okay, we need to become part of the problems. We need to be a part of the problems. Problems are there always with us. Instead of running away from that, okay, be a part of that. To try to solve it. We get the experience. Okay, we become more matured. Okay, so there are different types. Okay, always we can see that types of people. So there is another story of frogs. There were some frogs, okay, going through a forest. They were traveling through a forest, a group of frogs. And on the way, while they were walking, two of the frogs fell into a deep pit. They fell into a pit. So you may be thinking about one particular story then, okay? When I told you about falling into the pit. Okay, you can just see whether it is the same story or not. So what happened? This pit was very deep. Okay, the pit was very deep. So naturally you may think that there is no way of escaping from that. Now the frogs, the two frogs, frogs who fell down into the pit, okay, they started jumping in order to escape. In the beginning, they started jumping, leaping. Okay, but the people or frogs, those frogs which were standing outside, they saw the depth of the pit and they told them that okay, this pit is so big. They shouted from the top, the pit is so deep, you are not going to escape from this pit. Okay, any amount of effort is going to be waste. Okay, you are jumping and trying to escape, that is only a waste because it is very deep pit. They went on shouting, don't do anything, because you are not going to escape. There is no history that from such kind of pits, no frog has escaped. Okay, that way they went on shouting and they were telling, because they were in group, they were going on shouting that way. Now, those frogs who were inside the pit, they were jumping for a long time. And finally, one of the frogs just left. Okay, he just left the attempt because he also thought that because others were all telling that they are not going to escape. So finally, he yielded to their advice. He submitted himself to the advice of the other frogs because he was tired too. So he just left jumping, okay, and he died there. He went inside deeper, okay, and he died. Now the other one was jumping again and again. Okay, so he was trying his level best to, because he thought that the people who were on top, they were all encouraging him. So with so much effort, finally he was able to come out. Very surprisingly, the last frog was able to come out of the pit. And now the other frogs, okay, some of them even did not like because they were advising him not to jump. Okay, and he jumped and finally he got out. So what they were telling all that has become so foolish. Okay, when they were questioning him, so did not you hear us? Why didn't you okay, follow us? Okay, they were not very happy. They were just opposite to that. And the frog that escaped, he told that I am deaf. Okay, I am deaf. I could not hear what you are. Okay, in one ear I was deaf, the other one I could hear only very little. So I was not able to hear what you are telling. Okay, I did not really understand it. I thought that you were clapping and encouraging me. Okay, so from this, so what is the message the story gives? What does it tell? Okay, there can be people who may be demotivating us. Instead of encouraging us, they may be telling okay, negative things. So if you are going to be carried away, or if you are going to just follow them, we are never going to come out of our problem. Okay, so we should be sometimes like the frog that is deaf. Even if we are not deaf, sometimes we have to be deaf for the sake of coming out of the problems. Okay, so such kind of ideas. So we discuss such kind of ideas that at this time, maybe when we are all logged in, and when we the people may be undergoing different kinds of feelings and experiences. So maybe feeling positive or some maybe negative. So if you are maybe little more negative minded due to the pandemic or due to other reasons, so such kind of motivations will help us to come out of. It is not the motivation that you get from the teacher alone. There are many good books. Okay, there are good books to read. It is not necessary that you always be stick with your textbooks. Sticking only to the textbook, reading always that. That is not the thing that is necessary. Read the textbooks. Okay, your homeworks to be done. Along with that, spend some time for maybe reading good books, motivational books, or talk to people who will motivate you. Okay, motivation from inside, okay, that is very essential for growth, for solving problems, and also get motivation from outside through books, okay, from your parents, okay, from okay, people who can help you. Okay, so we will be discussing more. Okay, such good thoughts. Okay, you can also share good thoughts if you have. So if anybody wants to say anything, speak anything, okay, I give you a few minutes. Somebody wants to say something? You can suggest topics. Okay, if you find such kind of maybe advices and moral classes, if you feel it boring, we'll do something else too. Okay, some people may think that okay, I have got enough advices from my parents, I get it every day. So again, getting advice, more advice, motivations in this way is useless for me. Okay, anyhow, the motivation or the inspiring things that you get now, it may, if that remains there, even if that is not going to motivate you to a certain extent, at least that may be there in another context, another occasion, it may help you. So we take things positively. So today's SUPW class, we wind up. Thank you very much. Okay.